हमारे YouTube चैनल गॉडलीवुड स्टूडियो को सब्सक्राइब करें और साथ ही हर नए वीडियो के अपडेट के लिए बेल आइकन को क्लिक करें।
No matter what, I am feeling great.
Hello friends, welcome to Godlywood Studio and to Light of Knowledge. We have been comparing the two extremes of the world, the Iron Age or Kali Yuga as we see it today, and the coming Golden Age of tomorrow. We have seen many details of these two worlds, how it will be here, which will be different in that Golden Age. Now let us continue the discussion on Golden Age with Rupa Bhegan. Bhegan, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
As per you described the Golden Age, it was not in three separate places. It was the three different aspects of time. Past there was a Golden Age, and now it is a present, it has turned into a hell, and in the future the Golden Age will come again. But we have listened to scriptures, listened to many big seers that they have described a war between the deities and the demons. So if deities live in Golden Age and demons live in the Kali Yuga, how can this war happen?
The picturization what they have given, maybe at that time they could have visualized the coming world, and also they were well aware of the world of deities, which was perfect and also adorned with all qualities. And it is something, the degradation process they have picturized. And when we say deities, they are full of purity and highest code of conduct and qualities. Definitely, where there is purity, there cannot be impurity. But what happens is the time of the world moves in the form of a cycle. So why we show this cyclic order, in the sense the beginning come to an ending point. There fiction takes place in between two extremes. So that meeting period is like a war between highest purity stage and lowest impure stage. This is the fight between viciousness and vicelessness. And there the people who have that vicious qualities, they also had a pure qualities in the beginning, which is totally merged, or it has been filled with negativities right now. When the total world turns into a hell or impure world, who is there to purify this world? That is the question. Therefore, we simply going on calling God as a purifier, liberator, please come and liberate us, purify us, give us liberation. Liberation from what? Is it the liberation from totally the world itself, life itself, or we want liberation from this impurity or vices? So the viciousness is been named as demon's quality. And the total vicelessness is compared to deityism. Now here what happens, the deities who were in the golden stage, as the time moves, they lose their 100% quality of purity and they only get into the trap of viciousness. Now at the time of transition, they again have to move to the golden age with the purification. And this purification time, definitely every individual will have a fight within ourselves, how to drive away the negativities or viciousness and once again reawake the lost qualities of purity. So this is been picturized in a big war type. So it is actually, they have shown demons are separate and deities are separate. This is the quality of the time and how we human beings undergo the different times of highest purity stage and lowest impurity stage. So from purity to impure stage coming down is not a big effort. Like climbing down the ladder is not an effortful stage. But once we want to climb back to the highest stage is a challenge. Now at that time, it is like a war in the sense when I want to become peaceful, the peacelessness will fight with me. When I want to be very loveful, then jealousy, hatred, these qualities come in between and create conflict. Now this is called as war in my mind. So truly the stage which is the platform of thinking within myself, always there will be two way, one I think positive, one I think negative. And negativities is the present more dominating qualities not only in myself but also in the surroundings, and that affects more badly. And therefore people think yes, everybody would like to become good, but it is not so easy. Everybody would like to become worthy to go to heaven or golden age as God is giving that light. But how? Or whether I can do it or not. Because it will be more painful in the beginning, but once you have determination to drive away or dispel the darkness of viciousness, then the hidden treasure of that purity awakens.
So actually the rishis and munis or the scripture writers, they actually wanted to show in a symbolic way this war
Yes.
in the mind. That is why they have picturized the demons and the...
And that's why you see in present time, if anybody has harmed somebody or doing any vicious activities, we think he is like a demon, acting like a demon. So demon is not somebody who lives in different world. Devilish qualities which is possessed in man is called demons. And maybe sometimes externally some people look beautiful or look as human, but internally they have very vicious thought and committing many criminal activities, then they are compared to demons. And God enters to this world when maximum world is occupied with such qualities, where there is no liberation from this bondage of negativity. So purest energy, the Supreme Father, He not only purifies human beings but also nature, all the elements, and that's how once again brings heaven on earth.
Benji, that is again another contradiction what we see in the Kali Yuga. Because here, as you said, when we look perfect in the outside, beautiful outside, even devilish thoughts can there be inside. But in a perfect world, this contradiction will not be there.
Yes, because you see sometimes because of climate wise, somewhere we take birth, externally we may look beautiful or white in color. It doesn't mean they are really pure in heart. And that's why sometimes this kind of statement we hear here and there, that looking so beautiful doing such a bad deeds. So this negative and positive is present here, but in golden age the soul is pure and beautiful, and hence the body that we take there is also made up of very pure elements. And there won't be any conflict like this.
So Benji, all this talk about these apsaras who try to lure people into their trap by showing off their beauty. So can such people exist in the golden age?
It's not in golden age. Actually, it is at the end of this iron age when people become 100% body conscious. And when God descends, He gives us the vision that you have to now focus your attention and regain all the energy back in order to create once again a golden age. So those people who realize, they will have that vision and they start slowly moving towards the path of that perfection. In between this body conscious, wherever it comes in the form of conflict, there is some kind of attraction towards body, because so far they were in body conscious stage. So suddenly to jump from there to the soul conscious, that is a war between two extremes.
But still, Benji, rishis and munis or the scripture writers, they have picturized it in such a way that even great sages, great seers, they were also trapped in such attraction. So what did they intended to spread the message when they wrote all these things?
That means a seeker, the one who would like to reach the highest stage, should be always careful. Even he has learnt and experienced and has become strong or powerful, yet he also can be Maya, means the elements attraction. It can come in any form, illusionary form or any other attractive form. So, that can distract anybody. Now you see people, now we are seeing the same situation in this end of the Kali Yuga. Those who are seekers of God or they are doing many religious activities, they are also trapped in somewhere and lost their purity.
So all these incidents which are described in the past, in the Puranas, they are actually taking place right now.
Yes, because 100% body consciousness, and we really wonder, is that really they are doing for what? So because here skin attraction is at the highest peak and people are totally engaged in sensual pleasures and they think that is only the happiness and joy, and lust has become the most attractive vice in every individual man and woman, and both are downtrodden so fast speed in a very beautiful way. People doesn't know how it is trapping, and that's how what is happening, not outside but even through TV or any other what other material things, facilitating things are there through internet, through mobile, advertisement comes. So by vision also, if thought gets polluted, that can trap a person and make him fall from the highest stage of piousness. And that is why this transition period is little sensitive, and where every individual has to be supported with the light of knowledge which God is giving, get supported by His support so that we can easily win over the vices.
So Benji, what you are saying is all these negativities which is described in the scriptures actually didn't happen at that time when they were writing it. They wrote it for the future generation.
Yeah, right now, because at that time also maybe many seekers are there or were there, but right now is the real fighting in between good and bad, evil and civil, and body consciousness stage and soul conscious stage. See, soul has completely lost its identity. Acting through body conscious, behaving, and even the real happiness, what they want to experience, it is based on sensual pleasures. Unless they are aware that it is taking them to the sinful world. So this is the time what they have written in the scriptures.
Benji, there are still beautiful things talked about the golden age. For example, let us take transportation. We have different modes of transportation here, and maybe probably in the golden age it will be a little bit different from what we see today.
Now we are using road transport and based on the diesel, petrol and air power. No? The wheels are moving with the air energy. But there people are very light and nature is very, very pure, and the transport is not by roadside but they will fly. So fly in the sense, even we are also flying now with aeroplanes, but there is a fear because somewhere accident may take place and so many such sequences. But there in golden age, the solar energy and atomic energy will be used in a very pure form. And that words we use like Pushpak Viman. Viman is again aeroplane, where in Ramayana or in any other scriptures they show for like Rama Krishna flying in that. And there won't be any accidents because accident proof world. And golden age will be very small and having big space in the world, less population. So within second you think that I need to go there, that can go in that speed and land up there. So therefore there is no need of communication facility like now we have telephone, all other methods of communicating the message one person to one person who is living far away. Their thought energy will give communication so fast. And if you want to go to the garden, if it is 10 kilometers away or something, you think you are there.
Even now we talk about telepathy and such things.
Yes.
So it is there in the minds of people that such things can be made into practical.
Yes. That is because soul power will be at its maximum ruling energy. Now we souls have lost our identity. We are not able to use our energy at all. We are, in other way, we can say we are in the cage of this body, binded. So our energies are not opened up. And that's why the base for bringing that energy is soul consciousness.
Benji, we have heard a lot about angels. Are they another form of deities, or do they have a separate existence? What is the secret behind this?
Angels are pure souls, having attained pure stage, and they do use their energy or help the task of only pure activities. In every religion they believe angels, and in many religions they have their particular angel to whom they worship also. Another way we can understand, angels are very near to God. And the third way of understanding angels, angels are the helpers of godly task. When God wanted to create a golden age, or say heaven, paradise, before that these angels will be the helpers of godly task. That means they are under the order of God. So how did these angels emerge? From where? This is the common thought that comes in everybody's mind. Usually angels are visualized with wings, those who can fly. And in our childhood we used to feel that angels emerge at the time of difficulty and help human beings and disappear. And now we clearly understand with godly knowledge, God gives us the wisdom that we human beings, with the help of godly knowledge and with the contact of God, we take the power and slowly we become pure, and all the viciousness, once we win over, before we could enter into the golden age and take a deity body, we become angels. So we, the effort makers who have realized, the one who want to become pure and go closer to God and help God and godly task of the regeneration or rejuvenation of the world and making a world as a golden era, before that practically takes place in the human plane, the souls who are engaged with God, they are called angels, who work hard and also help souls to lift them from agony, lift them from Maya's clutches and also miseries, and make them and give a guidance or help them to come closer to God.
Maybe that is why they are shown in a flying mode.
Yes.
And this flying is more of a spiritual thing than a physical thing.
They are always in the soul conscious stage, not in physical conscious stage, and therefore they are shown as a flying. And in other level of understanding, the world of silence, which is abode of God, and the human world here, in between there is one place abode called as subtle region. So through meditation anybody can reach to that realm where we can experience our angelic stage, and that is filled with white color and filled with power of purity, and that is the angelic stage where we can think and give signals through our thought energy.
So Benji, as I understand, these are different levels we can reach through the practice of meditation. And as you said, when we have purity, we become so light. And when we become light, we actually start flying. So angels are not someone separate, and we can reach that stage is a beautiful revelation, and thank you for today's discussion as such. So angels are not something different from human beings. Anybody of us can become an angel by imbibing purity, imbibing godly virtues, and become so light that whenever somebody needs help, we reach there to help. So friends, it is now time for the question of the day.
I'm Ramkrishna Chaudhary, Purchase Manager in Multibase India Limited, a Dow Corning company. I had tried many methods of meditation and trying to communicate with God, but I was not successful so far. But I was told that in Brahma Kumaris, Rajyoga is the method in which you can communicate directly with God. Could you tell me how?
Meeting God face to face is a dream of every spiritual seeker. So how can Raj Yoga helps us do that?
Meeting God or face to face, seeing Him is really a great pleasure. And also, it's the wonderful experience that anybody can have in this world. So, as I was explaining about this confluence age, this itself is the time of meeting God in this human world. Till that time, everybody will be searching, trying to understand Him in different way of belief. So, the Supreme Soul, when He thinks that this is the time to create a new world order, He descends. Since He is incorporeal, point of divine light, He needs a human body for His task. For that, He selects one worthy person who is named Prajapita Brahma, he who becomes a corporeal media for God's descent. So, when I say God, G-O-D, God, let me say G for generator, O for operator, D for destructor or a transformer. He does these three divine acts through a human body, and during at that time, those lucky souls who were there, they could definitely see Him through His physical media, who have explained or who have experienced wonderful meeting with God's existence in human corporeal media. Second meeting is through our intellect, visualizing Him and also touching Him, feeling Him and being in presence with our thought energy. This also is been experienced with many people. For this, we need to understand the entire identity of God first, and where to meet and how to meet. Everybody knows God is our spiritual father, but God Himself reveals His identity as He is. And to meet Him, talk to Him, and visualize Him, see Him face to face, as He is purest Father, I have to keep my intellect and mind pure. And meditation, the Rajyoga meditation which Brahma Kumaris are teaching, it is taught by Supreme Himself. He allows us or teaches us a simple method how to meet Him. So, first principle of Rajyoga is shed out the body conscious, sit in a perfect soul conscious stage, take your mind to the supreme abode of silence and visualize God as a point of divine light and the spiritual father and start communicating with Him. Many people meeting God means they have to focus and do penance and do difficult tasks and that's why they have to stop the mind. All this imagination are there, but in Raj Yoga start thinking, start communicating, start talking with God. And slowly when concentration comes, you will be lifted and you can meet in His presence. And that's a wonderful experience which the words cannot express.
We all need to have that personal experience so that our life as such, with all our day-to-day problems, come to an end when we finally meet Him face to face. So it is nice to listen to you saying that it is not just an imagination, it can be done in reality also. And that has been answered beautifully, because for any one of us who want to meet God face to face, Raj Yoga meditation is a very scientific way to do that, because in Raj Yoga meditation we make ourselves pure so that we elevate ourselves to His level and to meet Him face to face. So today it is now time for us to move to the last session of our episode, that is attitude, virtue and contemplation. Benji, what is today's attitude and today's virtue?
Today let us take the attitude of keeping others in front, giving place to others first. In Hindi we say pehle aap. That means giving comfort to others first. Because the law of karma says when you give a place and comfort to others first, you will automatically go first. That's what God teaches here. And this is a beautiful positive cycle. If I want to develop myself, let me give a place for development to others first. This attitude makes that everybody develops, and that's how everybody can be successful. And to do this, the supportive virtue is the virtue of politeness. I can only keep others first when I am very polite with myself and others. And where there is politeness, I always love others and see others' success as my success. And this eradicates the vice of jealousy and also false comparison, all these negativities which today everybody is suffering with. So this is the base for moving myself forward and also carrying others also forward.
I think, Benji, this is a beautiful attitude to practice, putting others in front of you, because in a world today when everybody is shouldering others so that they need to come first, I think when we practice this, most of the problem with the world face will be eradicated naturally. Can we have a reflection on it?
Sit in a comfortable position. Visualize yourself as a tiny point of light. I, the soul, being in this body, I am separate entity. An eternal, immortal, indivisible point of light. I am the child of Supreme Father, who is also point of light, who resides in the eternal abode of silence. Being a point of light, yet he is ocean of love, ocean of peace, ocean of happiness, ocean of bliss, ocean of power. I now just take my mind gently beyond this physical world of sound, far beyond this universe, through the eye of the mind. I see the point of divine light in the world of silence, shining like a star, radiating the rays of peace and love towards me. Even few seconds I meet my spiritual father. I am filled with new energy. My body is relaxing and I am filled with calmness inside and spreading the same in the atmosphere. Om Shanti.
Thank you very much, Benji, once again for all the wonderful knowledge you shared and this beautiful reflection which you usually gives in the end of every session. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So that's all, friends, for today. We have understood many aspects of godly knowledge as usual. And this golden age which is coming in the near future, there are many things still more to explore, and in the coming episode we will do so. Keep along with us in this journey, and any queries and any suggestions, please feel free to email or call us in our number. Once again, thanks for watching, and until we meet you in the next episode, it is a goodbye from all of us.
हमारे YouTube चैनल गॉडलीवुड स्टूडियो को सब्सक्राइब करें और साथ ही हर नए वीडियो के अपडेट के लिए बेल आइकन को क्लिक करें।